Hey, sorry for interrupting. This is Perry Kurtz, and I just want to tell you I've got a new podcast. I know you're saying, oh, great, another one. Well, this one's different. It's called Happy News with Perry Kurtz. Happy news, good stuff, things to make you feel good about life. We're going to be talking to famous and infamous people that are friends of mine and discussing the happy news. You can listen to us on iTunes, Stitcher, CastBox, and wherever you listen to your podcast, as well as watching us on Binge on This on YouTube.
Welcome to This, That, and the Other.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, I am your friendly neighborhood co-host, Brian.
And I am Sam, your friendly neighborhood tattooer. We're at the tattoo shop right now.
That is true.
For those of you who aren't, is he here?
Recording live. That would be our luck.
Yeah.
Which is fine, because, again, he just needs to grab whatever he needs to grab.
So, yeah, right now we're supposed to actually have a podcast with our friend Young Syrup.
It's double podcast day, my guys. Coming
Yeah.
to you live from the beautiful
Tattoo Mania.
Tattoo Mania out here in Sunset Boulevard.
Yeah, I hope, people might walk in, and if they do, I might have to go deal with a customer here or there.
They might walk
But
in.
it is my day off, and there's nobody else here to deal with these fucking customers.
Yeah,
so.
which is crazy.
But that's not how we work here at Tattoo Mania. There's normally always someone here.
There's always someone here ready to ink a giant skull on your thigh at 2 in the morning. I'm going to sneeze. Nope.
Oh, here. Do you need some paper towels? So, yeah, Brian. That's why Brian is very nasally right now.
Nasally right now, guys.
He is sick. He's got a broken collarbone. He's blowing his nose. It's so gross.
All right, but let's get into it.
I just can't do snot. Now you're touching everything. Ew, you're touching the mics. Do you need some hand sanitizer? Fuck.
Yeah.
This is a mess to us.
And I really chose the worst time. But see, like I was saying earlier, I was like, I only get sick once every year. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
after that, I don't really get sick. You know.
No. Are you talking in the mic? Eat that mic.
Yeah, I'm talking into the mic. It's all part of it. It's all part of the magic. Okay, let's get into it. What do you got on your notes, on your plate?
Man, I should have taken notes. There was something I wanted to bring up, but no, man, I've just been busy with the same fucking things, the scripts. I'm grinding beating my head over a stone with this shit. Yeah, characters, man, characters.
Characters, creating universes, man. It's a lot of pressure, you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, it's a lot of pressure, especially, man. Everyone who walks by looks right at me as I'm like, hey.
Like, yeah, what about that? Hey, what's going on in here? Yeah, well, that's good though. That's the whole game plan. So I mean, every time I ask that, I don't expect much of a. Well, I decided to become a ventriloquist today. Like,
yeah, no. Any other notes I usually have is from the news that I see in the morning, and
yeah.
I don't know, some dude decapitated his kids and wife and hung himself.
Fuck, really?
Yeah, there was
where?
Fuck if I know.
No way.
Yeah, I just saw.
You did?
I just read about it.
Damn, that's hardcore.
And then this whole impeachment thing is like retarded, and
you know what?
So over it, and now
I just want it to happen because I want to say that I lived through an impeachment.
Yeah, but didn't they impeach Bill Clinton? And
They tried to.
No, he got impeached, and he just.
I thought he quit. He quit before he got fully impeached.
Well, no,
I don't
he
think
didn't quit.
He ever impeached anybody.
No, but he. Here, let me see.
Yeah, double check. They did bring that thing full up to it, though. They were like, "Hey, man, we're going to impeach you," and their whole basis on that was what? He lied under congressional testimony.
Yeah, he lied about the sexual relations. That's what they got him. And
That's literally
the impeachment of Bill Clinton. Yeah,
that's literally why he got impeached. It wasn't because any secret.
December 19th of
negotiations?
'98 to February 12th of '99. The impeachment of Bill Clinton was initiated on October 8th when the United States House of Representatives voted to commence impeachment proceedings against Bill Clinton, the 42nd President of the United States, for high crimes and misdemeanors.
For lying about banging the chick.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know.
That seems really small, though.
The charges stem from a sexual harassment lawsuit filed against Clinton by Paula Jones, and from Clinton's testimony denying that he had engaged in a sexual relationship
with
White House intern Monica Lewinsky. The catalyst for the president's impeachment was the Star report at September
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was maybe for something more than that.
228 in favor, 206 against. The result was approved for obstruction of justice.
Fuck.
Yeah.
All right, so
and
I guess
accusation was perjury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. Votes. Oh, the other one was that resulted in a fail. The perjury.
Oh, it did.
Yeah.
Oh. So Bill was like,
yeah. Well, yeah. Motherfucker was a lawyer.
yeah, he was in Arkansas, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he raped some chick in Arkansas too, didn't he?
That's what they say.
Oh.
I mean, you know,
was that chick?
if you hear one, accusation, you're like, all right, maybe let's look at the facts. But you hear a few throughout a person's life, then it's like, that's usually means that they've been doing that.
I feel that. I can respect that. You know, if it quacks like a duck and acts like a duck.
Yeah.
Exactly. A duck. Well, let's see. I have a couple notes. We did Perry's show.
How'd that go? Oh yeah, I saw the thing on Instagram.
Went well. I have all that footage I need to edit. That's going out to Netflix. I'm hoping to get that out in like 2 weeks.
On Netflix?
His agent is sending it to Netflix. This whole thing was for Perry to send this stuff to Netflix.
That on that little stage?
Yeah, bro. The whole thing I recorded and did the other night. The audio and all that jazz.
Really? And
yeah.
What is he expecting from Netflix?
He doesn't know. He just wants a shot. Apparently they got in contact. He's been trying to get in contact with him for 6 years. And his agent
it's not
finally
that
got a hold
hard.
of him.
It's not that hard to get. You could submit
like an actual like I guess meeting or whatever.
Oh, to sit down. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and so they told him, supposedly his agent, they were like, look, just record an hour worth of your footage, you know what I mean, of your act, and then chop it up and then send it to us, and then we'll look over it and see if there's something we can do with it. You know what I mean, so now he's gotta send that in, But I didn't. It was pretty much our interview with Perry.
What?
Yeah, his whole act is pretty much the interview we did with him.
What do you mean?
Like all the stories that he told us.
Oh, so it's just, that's all he's got?
I don't know. I mean, it's not that that's not something, but I'm just saying it's
because I heard that. I heard another time when he was saying the same story, and I was just like on something else, and I was like, okay, who knows? That's just one in his pocket, but.
Well, there's something interesting, or not interesting, but along the same veins of how you were talking about, watching movies and stuff now. Kind of you have some of the magic taken away from you, and now that I see that now a lot in open mics and in comedy and stuff, because if you go to the same mic enough and
you hear the same
people,
jokes,
you'll hear the exact same thing
yeah.
over and over again.
A lot of people said they wanted to get into comedy stand-up, and one of the main number one things that makes them not do stand-up is when they've repeated the joke like a couple times, and they're like, oh, I had one good night maybe, that was about it, but then this is about bringing it back, saying the story, acting. You're almost acting like that. It's the first time you're telling people the story.
Yeah.
So yeah, you don't want to sound like a robot repeating yourself, but
nope. But at the same time, it's a script. You have to have those. Like the comics don't go out there with. Well, I mean, and the open mics that I go to, yeah, because it's lax. You know what I mean? But like if you're going for a competition, or you're gonna go to the Chuckle Bucket or the Comedy Store or something like that for like potluck, Monday, then you're going in there with 5 or 6 jokes. You're set, and you're going in there to execute. What was I talking about?
The magic taken out of things, going over and over again.
Yeah, I feel like it was
going to Netflix. The thing. Going
to Netflix.
Yeah,
well, so that was cool. And then hopefully Perry can get something going with that. And then
they're like, who recorded this? No, they were like, who recorded this? Who was the cinematographer on this thing?
No, because Perry really, there was a lot there. That thing, the audio's a nightmare, by the way, that we're having trouble with.
So, what do you feel about this whole Popeye's chicken?
What do you mean? What do I feel? Are you asking me about my review for Popeye's chicken?
Well, no, about like how people have been fucking killing each other over some of this chicken.
I'll tell you how it was. I'll tell you how delicious it was.
No, I know how Popeye's chicken tastes. It is good, but is it worth killing people?
Have you had the chicken sandwich?
I haven't had that new chicken sandwich that they had now.
But I got lucky. I was at the
like
hospital.
Popeyes. I usually get the po' boy.
Oh yeah, the po' boy's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I had it when I went to go get my arm or my collarbone checked out.
You're like, this will make me feel better.
I left that day and I was like walking on my way to the car, and then I saw the Popeyes.
You're like, I deserve this.
I was like, huh. I was like, let me pop in there and see if they got them chickens in there. And as I was walking there was like 6 people already lining up, and I was like, I'll be damned. And then I was like sitting and I was, oh fuck, because I'm not typically the guy who stands in line. I'm not a big standing in line guy for anything. Like
you're like, I'll just go to the place next door.
Exactly.
All right, he's blowing his nose, guys.
Sorry, guys.
Just don't get it all over everything.
But because of the insanity that's been following that goddamn chicken sandwich, I was like, I'll stand in line for this.
Just to try it, just to be like, yeah, I've tried it.
I shit you not. I was 8th in line, and there was no one behind me. And then 2 minutes later, I turned around, and there was a whole line, and I was like, oof. I was like, okay, so now I'm really here because I was like, I got my spot here. And then
a riot started.
For 55 minutes in line for the chicken sandwich.
Why?
Guy. Because they hadn't, the way that particular Popeye was doing it, and I imagine every Popeye was doing it, is they're making them in batches, and when they run out, you have to wait another 45 minutes or 30 minutes for 100 chicken sandwiches to be made because they're running out like that. Like, there were people in front of me who ordered 6 chicken sandwiches, like, and they were like, let me get 6
If I waited for 55 minutes, I'd be putting on another, give me another 6.
Oh, I grabbed 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, at first I only went in there for 1. But then I hit that 30-minute mark, and I was like, fuck this. I'm going to grab dose. Like, but,
and then on the 55-minute mark, I said 3.
Yeah. No, it was good, man. And then I finally went to the front, and I got my sandwich, and I sat down, and it's you can taste the trans fat on the bitch, bro. Like, she's deep butter fried. The flour's on point. The spices are good, bro.
This is the man.
It's mutant chicken.
This is the man that's fattening up the sheep. Yeah. In the poor rural areas.
All right, I'm cool.
And just, here, have some more fucking syrup. Drink some syrup with some bubbles in it. And
but that dude only got stabbed because him and the other guy that stabbed him, they had beef beforehand.
I saw another one where the manager was beating up his one of the employees there because he was selling some shit on the side.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was selling some chicken sandwiches on the side, making some cash.
Damn, I thought you were talking about the one where the white guy went in there and he started calling people the N-word.
Oh, no, that's fun.
And he was like, you're all a whole bunch of fucking niggers.
Oh, man.
And everybody goes, oh.
Popeyes is not the place to say that.
Oh, yeah, he walked out, and then 10 minutes later, there was another footage of him just laying on the ground, just covered in blood. And they were like, say it again. And I was like, oh, shit.
Do you think sometimes people overreact about that? Is it worth violently hurting I understand, but sticks and stones,
so.
Like you could look at that guy and just be like, man, that's such a piece of shit. Fuck that guy. But like
it was funny because as the man was on his way walking out, in one shot of the footage, you actually heard him after he said the N-word, and somebody was like, oh, and the guy was like, oh, come on. He was like, ignorant, and he was about to say the definition of what the N-word meant, ignorant people, and he was about to launch into it, and that didn't save him. Logic didn't save him at that point. So.
No, you got to be. Obviously, it's people are still people are still apes and running around being being reactive to things. And wanting to throw down because you're just angry about something, that's going to happen. So you're going to say something that's going to spark something. Just be ready to fight. He should have known. He should have known better not to say that. But again, to my point, to me it's just at the end of the day, it's sound coming out of a vocal cord.
Yeah, and a word is what you put behind it.
He did not touch anybody. He did not. You know what I mean?
You could have easily counteracted that word by just being like, oh, that's it. That's
shut up, honky. Get
that's
the fuck
what you
out.
had to do. You really had to dig down for that word. You know what I mean? There's other ways of doing it.
Or just take out your phone and be like, what's your name? What's your name? Say it again.
Because nowadays, you'll get fired real quick.
Yeah, so do that. Like that lady that stuck her head in a car, that white lady that was all like, huh?
She get in trouble for that?
I don't know if she got in trouble, but
I don't think she should have. From the way I was watching it.
She stuck her head in someone's car, though, putting her hand on the window.
Stupid driver. I would have driven
going like that. Yeah.
I would have zipped her head up in there. And
fingers. Just get her fingers in there and just go. But no, I just thought it was great that they just took out the phone and let her go crazy, let her be the crazy, and now she should be on T-shirts. Now she's crazy. Now she walks around, everyone's like, oh, you're crazy. You're the crazy lady.
There are a lot of good TikToks with her. Have you heard about this? Have you heard about TikTok?
Yes.
So I do have one thing that I'm particularly proud of. not proud of it, but I thought it was good. I did an open mic the other night, and one of my bits was about going to the hospital. And I don't even know if I told you this, but since we're not living together anymore,
Right.
now that we're no longer
Since we
crammed
broke
into the
up.
same hole, every time people ask me that too, they're like, "Hey, so where's Sam?" Because I had to go to the apartment the other day to figure out this mail thing. Like, I still my DMV paperwork has still not come to me yet.
I did. I went to the post office website, and
That's what I did. I did it online,
Yeah,
and it was like, okay, like you're good, and I was like,
You
okay,
paid?
sick, like.
Yeah, you had to pay a little bit, like $12 or some shit.
Oh, I didn't have to pay anything. I just filled out a change of address form.
I did too. But
You
I don't,
paid something?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
Maybe I fucked up. Maybe I didn't even pay that thing.
Well, you might have done a temporary.
Oh shit!
Yeah, maybe check that shit
Because I
out.
went there because I go to the department and your name's still in the box. Your name's still in the mailbox. It still says Maskell.
Huh.
So like I go up to the apartment and I knock on it and the lady knows me there now and I'm just like, hey, like I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Right.
Like my mail keeps coming. Guys, a little bit of a little bit of us before we get into this interview with Young Syrup. We just want to thank you guys for sticking around. Next week we'll get back to the normal schedule of just me and old Sam on the mics. But stick around. Hope you guys enjoy this. Here we go. All right, here we are. Thank you guys so much. Same day, same channel. Welcome to This, That, and the Other. I am your friendly neighborhood co-host Brian,
And I am Sam.
and today we are operating out of the fortress of fortitude here at Tattoo Mania off of beautiful Sunset Boulevard out in Los Angeles, California. If you are in the area at 3 o'clock in the morning and you're hammered and want a tiny rose put on
that's
the
exactly what they
inside
should
of your
do.
thigh,
Right when we're
this is where-
closing.
right when you're closing, that's where you want to go. Best tattoo shop on the block.
Fuck that.
But today's a special interview.
No, I mean, now we are. Good.
Yeah.
It's just I don't want
But
don't come in
before the bar.
Yeah.
Before you hit the bar, you get the tag, get drunk afterwards.
Before, please. But today's a special interview day. That's right. We finally have someone to interview. How long has it been since we've had someone to interview?
It's been a while, man. It's
been years.
It's been a minute.
Well, you guys did Mr. Rogers a couple years ago.
That is
How was
true.
that going?
It went okay.
Yeah.
He lost his sweater, but, you know.
Oh, I stole his sweater.
We stole that
I'm
sweater.
going to need that.
But today we actually have an old friend of ours here, not in the studio, but in the tattoo shop. Young Syrup, the Young King.
Welcome.
Out here from New York,
Fuck
ladies
yeah.
and gentlemen, the
Look
man,
at that.
the myth, the
1, 2,
legend.
3 combos.
How you doing, bro?
Happy, man.
Hell yeah.
Good, looking good and healthy, bro.
Dude,
Finally.
How's your forehead feel? I just
So
tattooed.
good. So good. Can I come up to the...
That's right,
Yeah.
guys. Yeah. For you guys who are listening to us on your morning commute, thank you so much for downloading us. If this is your first time listening to us, make sure that you go out there and you do something nice. Go beat up a homeless man, steal some milk and give it to a poor family.
Yes.
Start a Fortune 500 company
And steal people's
and
money.
steal people's money to buy more milk for that one family. You know?
This is how you
How
get
did
ahead.
you describe everything I did last week?
This is how you get ahead in life.
Yeah.
I am suffering from a bit of a cough, so you guys are going to hear me in the background coughing and snotting and doing all that, so bear with me. But let's just kind of start off with the get-go, man. How do we know you, Young?
Yeah, I mean, I met you through
Yeah.
just coming here, but
coming
yeah.
in.
You
I,
popped in on a whim?
Yeah, I was looking for a shop, and literally this was like the second one I came in, and we talked, and we got it.
Yeah, dude, it was
Yeah,
fucking
it's
cool.
vibe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was way cool. And then after that, it was Pokemon Central.
Pokemon Central.
Yeah.
Dan's done almost. You've done the Zapdos, my fingers.
Your legs,
The
that was a good one, too.
Yeah.
I gotta finish these too, but
Yeah, the legs are
ashy.
sick. Yeah, I was here for the legs one. That was a long tattoo
I gotta
session.
still finish the Onyx. I turned trick.
Oh, yeah.
Onyx.
That's just. I was like, oh, come back. It's been like a year.
Yeah, no,
But,
dude, when it hurts, you don't want to come back.
You're like, fuck
But
that.
I'm gonna wait a bit.
But just for you guys who don't know who Young Syrup is, he's a recording artist out of New York. I would say now leaning a little more towards the rock aspect,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
when we first met you, it was very kind of
Very
describe a little bit of
hip-hoppy.
how did you get started in New York?
It's crazy. It's crazy how like I started really playing guitar and trying to do different vocal styles. That's permanent. That's what I said. So I was playing guitar, screaming and singing, but hip hop's so big in Brooklyn that it's almost like everyone knew how to rap. Like, and I was just like, yo, what if I like really start doing this and like not just block shit and then it's like right when I left my band and got into the hip hop element, it's like.
When did
So
you start
weird.
that band? How did I guess how old were you when you started as far as just musically inclined? Like I'm sure
I
you were
started at
always
14 when I picked the guitar.
Okay.
And from like
That's the time to start.
yeah,
Yeah,
like,
fuck yeah.
obsessed, bro. Like
Make sure
I
you eat the
knew
mic
it.
too.
right.
Yeah.
I knew that's what I wanted, so I was like, let me figure it out. And I was new, like you had to have your own concept and your own kind of sound, right? So once I got into the hip hop, it was like, oh shit, like hip hop's changed. It's more based on like a style aesthetic, and then like thank God for this new like mutated generation of hip hop where it allowed people like me to get in and people I was affiliated with. And then I feel like I hit my peak and got to the top of the hip hop game, and it still was like not me, but it's like I still wasn't satisfied completely, and I felt like I was with the best people at hip hop, and it was still like I still felt like a guest.
Yeah, because
know what I mean?
you were doing music that you didn't feel was true to what you wanted
What
to
I
do.
was.
Yeah.
And it sounded hard. I could do it. It was great, but it wasn't like the complete vision I had.
Yeah.
It wasn't pure, which was fine. It was a work. But after all that, for me to like look at all the accomplishments and go right back to that rock thing, it was almost like that hip hop shit had to happen so people could pay attention to me, and then now I could be the only one in that hip hop realm bringing rock back, because you're either in a rock band and you're not relevant and like rock is dead, but that's not how I feel personally. Or
Which
you're
is
in hip hop. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
so sad. I'm trying to bring this shit back, and then you are in hip hop and you look like a rocker, but you don't play an instrument. So I have this great position where if I do it right, I could probably like not bring rock back, but at least like make things a little more alternative, and
Yeah. Try and bring the creativity back to the Migos flow, to the sort of that paper cutty, cookie cutter kind of stuff.
Well,
that's
yeah,
been
because
pumped
rap
out.
really got very just exactly like shit. Shit was just shitty.
Straight up. I'm just gonna say it. It's I feel like not all of it, but it's shit, because we set this whole new standard of what's good, because that's as good as the people in there can get it. And then like everyone that's legendary that could be huge, they're just stealing from and not signing, or signing and shelving.
Do you think the whole technology thing, making it accessible for everyone in their room to do it, has made it kind of quick? Like
Double-edged sword.
Yeah, like now everyone can do it, and
That sucks, but it's good. Like business wise, it sucks that it's good, because business is like, well, now everyone's in it. Not everyone can be a star. Now, for me, I love the art. You know what I mean? It's not just about the bread. It's not like, so for me, the artist in me is like, yay. But the businessman in me is like, yo, get all these niggas out of here.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like, because I was raised where you better hope you go to a cafe and A&R sees you. Now it's like, so I feel like an old uncle, but still like part of the relevant generation.
Yeah.
It's really unique, my position.
that shit
It really
changes
is.
quick too.
Quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I reinvented myself like 20 times.
Well, let's actually kind of talk a little bit about like sort of your aesthetic and like
Yeah.
just those changes. Like, has it always been kind of like long hair rocky since you started in New York, or?
It was like always long hair, because I feel like I looked like not cool with short hair, so I always grew it out. And it was like either like braided or dreaded, but it was always like being loud. Like I was like, yo, I gotta stand out. Like, fuck, what am I gonna do? And it was like, well, I'll wear this weird thing, and then everyone was like, what the fuck? And I was like, oh yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, and now it just kept getting crazier.
Yeah.
And then they were like, all right, they think I'm like gay, which is fine. I have like sexual preference. I love everybody. Like I'm not homophobic. Like, but I had to learn. It's like when I see guys go through like gay shit, it's like I might as well just be gay, because I go through the same thing being straight.
Mm-hmm.
So I learned from that, and that once I was too loud, it wasn't working. There was like I got far, but it stopped. Then when I started like just good with women, bro. So when I could show up with mascara and a dress and like hit on a girl that all those niggas couldn't, that's when I got my respect. And it still wasn't popping. I just finally got their ear, like, yo, what is this kid on?
Huh.
So what artists don't understand is not just about the music, man. It's so many preliminary things.
Well, that brings up an interesting point about self-promotion and just the internet and not only the ability to make music, but to promote yourself, musically. How much did that influence you, when you started out?
It's the only reason I even got there. Like,
And what did you use to promote yourself? Like what platform?
MySpace. I had this guy. Shout out Gion. He's a kid from Brooklyn. He's a huge HTML. Just a hacker. Like, and he was like, I probably should have said this. I'm gonna say it. He's like, yo, bro, like, why are you worried about all these like numbers and people? It's like, bro, because and he's like, bro, like, and then he showed me this like schematic where like half of that shit isn't real. You know what I mean? And a lot of it is promoted through labels, and I'm just like, wait, I'm not playing the game. You know what I mean? It's not about being authentic. It's about like doing everything you can. And then once that happened, then it started piling in. But it's been a 10-year process, bro. Like DIY, It's like I've done all this without a label, without a manager. I owe no one. I'm not on contract, but only because I'm a monster, psycho monster with promoting. So it makes all the difference. If I don't have the internet, I probably would be working at Urban Outfitters or some shit. So
wow, that's
straight
incredible.
Up. Yeah.
Well, you probably would have figured out how.
Yeah,
Like, if there was no internet, there probably would have been another route. You would have been like, I'm going to grind that.
You know what's really crazy? Let me tell you how I started it. They're gonna hate me. I'm gonna say it. I used to work at this place called Guacuco, and it was like Peruvian food, the best food ever. I like across the street from my grandma's house, and
Loma Saldado, yeah, all that.
It's like it's a Salvadorian and like Peruvian cuisine, I think. And then I was delivering, and I was like, damn, I was delivering all around Bushwick, and I felt like all the numbers from the delivery, I would get a new phone and promote to those numbers.
Putting the stickers in the stuff.
Bro, I'm so huge in Bushwick because it's like I had to be like, who is this? And I was like, your favorite artist. Like, I was really brutally in your face. Like, if you're not on my Instagram and like you're not my people's and you're there and you're not helping me, I'm not gonna follow you. If you're not gonna do this, I'm not. And it's like once I stop being nice, that's it. Stop being nice and you demand your shit, which was the hardest thing for me, bro, because I'm like a sweetheart. That's it. It's a promotional thing and
business.
Yeah, there you go.
It's just business.
Exactly.
It's got to be cold, calculated.
That was hard for me.
Yeah.
That's hard for me.
You guys want a bottle?
Of
Whatever you want.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Be the rock star.
What do you guys like to drink?
I'll smoke. I just can't drink right now.
Right now?
Yeah, I mean, I can't do hard liquor at this time of the day because I got shit to do later. I'll do beer.
A beer would be good.
Yeah, whatever you want.
I'm
good on anything.
I'm good with just smoking.
As long
I'm
as
good.
it's not
I'm
like-
good on a beer too. I'm just waiting for Jared to bring the weed. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Though.
You're the fucking man. Yo, shout out Anthony.
If you'd caught me 3 months ago, dog, your boy would have been here. I would have told Sam to quit all his stuff for today, and we would have gone to a Dodgers game or something.
Thanks,
thank you,
man. Wait, isn't it Veterans Day? Veterans Day.
Well,
Yeah.
we're recording this on Veterans Day, so by the time you guys watch this, it'll
probably
be a
won't.
week past Veterans Day. But thank you to all our veterans out there. You know,
Absolutely.
the old.
If you see a homeless veteran in the street, please take your phone and find an
And buy him
explosion
milk.
sound.
Yeah.
And put it right next to his ear and let the explosion sounds ring.
And see what happens.
See what happens. See
Exactly.
That's so funny, bro.
just go boom.
Boom.
Let's talk family. You
Yeah.
know, you start growing your hair out. You're promoting yourself. You're not really looking at other schools or.
And like you said,
avenues.
like you're getting that people are looking at you and they're like, what's wrong? What's up with this kid?
fuck is
How did
this?
that expect?
How'd your family?
Yeah, how did that?
They fucking hated it.
Really.
The nails,
The tattoos.
the tattoos. It was like satanic to them. But they're Roman Catholic. I've studied with different religious groups, so I've already evolved mentally. You know, these are people from like the 60s and 70s. They're already trained for that type of vibe. So I didn't understand that at the time. So there was a lot
They're
of fights.
indoctrinated into their yeah.
And I was mad at them at first, you know, because I didn't understand why they didn't understand me until I got older, and then I realized, you know,
They don't know no better.
they don't know no better.
Yeah.
So now I've inspired them, you know, like they're amazed. They're like, "What the?" And I was like, "I told you guys I was gonna do it," you know, like. And
They probably
I
see
mean,
you're
that's
passionate.
yeah.
They see you're passionate.
Yeah.
You're grinding. You're not.
bro, I was working 3 jobs.
Well,
like I was paying like.
you know, there's a fine line between like, oh, he's so passionate, he locks himself in his room and knocks out beats, you know, every night.
Oh, he
and then,
beats it. He beats it all night.
Yeah. And then on
I
the
gotta
other
stop
hand,
that
there's
shit.
like, you know, your son is voice chatting with you from Sweden,
Mm-hmm.
and he's just got done with the show, and he's like,
And
hey,
here's
by
a
the way, I
picture.
just want to check in with you to tell Dad happy birthday. Like,
That's amazing.
that's gotta
Yeah.
be, you know, a whole. I mean, I can't.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
I never thought, even at this point, I never thought my family would be this proud at this point. Like,
Yeah?
I didn't. I knew in my head I was gonna pull it off, but I wasn't gonna stop till I did, regardless. And then when it happened, it was like surreal. Like I finally have this internal peace where it's like, you know, I did something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because after this is just competing to be the hardest nigga in the world, or and it's like that's not why I do this.
Yeah.
Because I'm a musician, bro. When you play an instrument, you do music with no ego. When you don't really connect with the art of music and the gods and notes, it's like there's a paranoia of making it to get love from people that are strangers because there's something missing in you. That's what's wrong with a lot of artists. I
Yeah.
think. You know what I'm
There's
saying?
a lot of
It's like
artists.
I'm coming here to supply and make people happy, not take. So that's why it's like I love my life, bro. I can't believe all the shit that's happening. I feel blessed. Like
Yeah, no, you are blessed to have to have that full circle. Your parents see that you did that and that
Yeah.
you're doing
And to
good.
see it pay
and-
off. You know,
Yeah.
because we've said it before, there's so many talented people, not only here in LA, but in New York and across the country, that don't get that shot because they don't know the one dude because they weren't doing rails in the fucking bathroom. with the dude at the night.
Exactly.
Like,
Which
You
you,
know-
don't have to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
But-
don't. But God, it's happening so much.
But can you remember? That's what I'm saying. Like, can you
Yeah.
remember being at the beginning? Like, can
Yeah.
you remember being at the beginning, like before, like mid grind, mid hustle, mid 3 jobs, mid everything, and then someone were to come up to you and be like, "Look, all you got to do is do this, homie, and I got you." Like, do you stay on that hard path and be like, "Yo, I'm
ASAP
still-
Yams, bro. I was working at Diesel, and that was the guy who said that. Yeah, I was like, bro, it was hard. It was the hardest thing I ever do. Not paying my bills on time because I had to buy strings. The landlord getting mad because I'm late on rent. Waking up and working a job you hate to have 2 hours to do music and then go back to work. Like, that took constant reinforcement positively.
Yeah,
Like,
because you're just tired after work,
tired.
and
And
now
the
you have
guy
to
would
step up.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And I felt like no one's telling me anything negatively. Like, when they did, I realized your worst enemy is yourself. Like, it's all the internal shit, the doubt that's been put in by people. So, like 16, I left home. Like, I left my grandparents, left my mom and dad because I love them now and they might not like it, but if I never left, I wouldn't have made it. Because as much as they love me, I was stuck with their as far as they thought I can get. You know what I mean? Like, it's like
You had to fly. You had to jump out and get out of the nest and show that you got this.
And they didn't mean wrong. They meant well. It's just like, what are the chances that the shit was gonna work? And they didn't know how crazy I was about this too. And my mom was like 25, my dad was 19, so they were young.
Oh, damn, really?
They were mad young.
I
Yeah.
forget you're younger, man. Like, I forget that. Yeah, like they're young, man. That's
No, it's true.
And I have to touch on it just because I hate to do it to you, but you
No,
have
no,
such
go
a
ahead.
unique position on the subject. But
crazy.
let's talk your relationship with 6ix9ine and just. You don't have to necessarily blow the whole thing off, but you
bro.
knew him.
I
as a
love
young
that
You
kid
guys were,
to death.
I mean, how old were you guys when you guys met?
Bro, I used to. It's funny. Anthony's here. Danny
I wish
used.
I had the other mic, man. I plugged that bitch in right now.
Nah, you can
Have
sing.
you
Yeah,
on?
we'll pass if you want. Yeah, he was.
There's plenty, yeah.
It's funny because he's here because
Is there an extra share? I think.
Danny. I used to throw a party called the Whiff Party in Manhattan with my bro Anthony. We were like, bro, I'm gonna tell you, before this trap era, I was blonde hair, septum grills, wearing like kilts, like talking about like wearing crazy, asking like black nails, talking about trapping, selling drugs, having bitches. Like, I was the first one that really was on that before Uzi, Dex, Doug. Like, I had blonde hair and the septum was trap rapping, and that was like a real alternative rock influence.
Before I forget, real quick,
Yeah.
Flatbush
Zombies, yeah.
Did you?
My first tour was with Flatbush Zombies and
Really?
Bodega Bams. Yo, we gotta talk about
Pro
Bams.
Era.
Pro Era is amazing too.
How about because
I
I'm a
talked
fan
to
of Capital Steez.
Capital
rest in
Steez,
peace.
RIP. Oh my God, he was
I
amazing.
but I forget you're in the boroughs.
I started with that. I started with Pro Era and Tam Boys. Look, when I met Yams,
yeah.
Yams. When I met Yams, it was through Bodega Bams. Bodega Bams is the leader of the Tam Boys with a friend of mine called Ola. I joined their group, then met Yams, helped them with a Poppy video, and then from there it was like, shout out the Tam Boys. The Bodega Bams. If it wasn't for Bams, I would have never met Yams.
And honestly,
it wasn't for
New York
Yams,
is the reason why pretty much that style of just those
Yeah.
boys came out. You know what I mean? Like
Flatbush Zombies are amazing still. Like, I don't care about relevance, how cool. Like, if you make good art, you make good art. If you treat me right, you treat me right.
Facts.
They cool. Pro Era's cool. World's Fair's cool. Flatbush cool. Tam Boys. And they all help me. And a lot of artists don't like to say this. We give credit where it's due. They help me in my relevance.
for sure.
Yeah. If it wasn't for them and Bams, probably would have been a little different.
Crazy,
Shit's
right?
crazy. Yeah. That's why I'm in
weird.
debt to those guys forever, man. I love those
Sorry
guys.
for cutting you off, but you guys
No.
used to throw a party at.
Le Souk. And Danny Hernandez would come to the party. I went with 6ix9ine to like his first show at Parkway Drive. Like, he used to come to parties and
How old was he at that point?
baby, like 16. I was getting him in the club with no ID. Whoa. Yeah, like, that's my little brother. That's what's so crazy. He's so young,
Yeah.
And I saw all of these kids like get big. So I've known him for a minute, and then
So when you say you're in that uncle position, you're
Yeah.
in that uncle
yeah,
position.
like all of them are younger than me, and like I see their sound. I started a lot of it, but they all signed contracts. I didn't. That's the difference. So they had their time
You
to go
called
up.
a lot of that shit too when I was
When we
texting
were
you.
talking,
Yeah,
right?
you were calling shit, and I was just like, I was just listening because I didn't, I'm
You're
not
still
in it.
learning, of course.
But yeah, I was just like, and when it's happening, I was like, oh shit.
So
And
things start popping off. He starts getting big.
Yeah. I'm like in his video for Kuda. I'm in his other video, and then we got busy, and he got so big. And this is what happens. I did this with like Bams and Rocky. Like, once I'm with a friend that blows up, I'd step back a bit and let them do their thing. Not because I'm upset, or not because I want to not be a part of it, because I know there's so many people jocking them when they get up that I always got to maintain my position, so they know like I'm their brother first. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they don't want to see you. It's a fine line. It's a weird balancing
I worry
act.
about someone making. I worry about how I look to someone and me making them feel like I'm using them. I hate that.
Yeah.
You know, I hate that.
Or
because
that
I
you're
know how
needy or
hurtful that is.
something.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, I'd rather starve. I'm from New York, bro. Like, it's nothing. Like,
Well, you know how to hustle.
Yeah, we feel the exact same way. Anytime we try and set anything up, or I'm always like, okay, let's make sure they're getting something.
Yes.
They're getting we everybody
before
has to
I
walk
call
away
a
happy.
Rocky
Yeah.
or a Kashi, I mean, you know, before I call someone big, I'll have something for them, because I worry about how they view me. That mentality has kept me going. Like,
Yeah.
that's kept me where, yo, fuck all this. Like, these are people. You know what I mean? Like,
You
show that
pay
they're
off
worth
money
the
and
time.
everything, yeah.
You know, like.
You're just a person out there trying to get something done. You know what I mean?
And also for new artists, it's not a big deal, but I want to be like, new artists have to stop feeling so entitled. Like, I played all these instruments, learned the programs, they got nowhere. I think that's what's killing us too. Is like hierarchy respect. It's like, if you pop and you get there, that doesn't mean you're better than everyone before. And I feel like the unhumbleness of the new generation, I get it, but I'm not a fan of it.
Is that a generational thing?
Yeah.
I think it's the internet.
Yes, it
Yeah.
might be the internet influencing that generation.
Because if you
You're
have
right.
views, if you see your number, you have some validation.
They're taking that away starting. They're taking that away starting this week. No more likes from Instagram.
Yep.
So now it's going to be more raw.
Yeah.
Even across the board.
Yeah.
Thank God.
That's gonna be super interesting.
Sorry,
to see how
man,
that
I wish
affects
we did
people.
have that mic.
Yeah, that's on me. That's on
real.
me. Well, there you go. I'll buy a new mic after this thing.
I wanted to answer that question before, be like, when it changed. I know it's not a big deal, it was a while ago,
No,
but
no, no.
Please.
this
Yeah.
is the craziest story for me. Like, it's crazy. Like, literally, like 13 in a towel. Like, but like, I don't care. Like, running to watch music videos. MTV.
Yeah.
You watch the video once. There's no YouTube. That's it.
Yeah,
So I
maybe a
ran to
DVR. Maybe a DVR eventually.
Like, I had the VHS record that shit. So there's a band called Il Nino, and they had a song called "What Comes Around." And I'm watching the video, and they're like rocking out, screaming, and I'm like, oh my god. Like, Chris is like the lead singer, is like Ricky Martin of metal. Like, he had the sway at the girls, but they were like pretty much validating that I could do this race wise.
Martin of metal.
I like
Chris,
that.
yeah, dead ass.
Sick.
I like
You know,
that.
he can sing, yeah, Kumba. It was like, oh, they're doing their own thing. So then I go see them, and I went with Kashi. It's just funny. Bro, like 4 to 5 years later, I'm in a band called Devon and Driver with my boy Christian, and we go to a studio in Jersey. I go take a piss, and look next to me, and it's the singer of El Nino. And I'm like, Zil, I'm like, bro, you know who you are? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, what are you doing here? He goes, I own this studio. And I was like,
He's like,
so I'm like,
I own this toilet.
Like, I'm talking to him like regularly. When he turns around, I'm just like seizuring inside. Like, yo, this is crazy. This guy. And then, literally, this is what blows my mind. We become the bestest friends. We still work to this day.
Really?
And the first day he heard my music, and he said, "You're my new favorite artist."
Wow.
Dude.
That has got to be.
Yeah, Christopher Nino. I still talk to him. We're working on deals right now, and I'm just like, it went from like, you ain't shit watching on MTV to like meeting him, and now we're like pretty much business
So
partners.
working with.
Does that fit? That must feel so surreal.
It's surreal.
I mean,
It's so
it's just,
surreal.
I can't imagine like.
Like, people are like, yo, you gotta blow up more. Yo. It's like, I'm kind of happy. Like, I'm happy. I want to
As
do
long as
it.
I'm working with the people I love,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm okay.
Like, you
How
know,
would you say that was your most starstruck moment so far on your ride?
no, the most starstruck was when I was on tour with Kashi, and I played in front of 30,000 people, and I did my rooftop song, and everyone knew the lyrics. I almost cried on stage. Like, you know that lump? You're like, yeah, like, I'll never get like that. But the energy, like, they looked at me like they needed me. Like, they looked at me like, and this is the craziest thing. I'm not bushing about none of this. Some random Slovakian kid comes, and he's like, yo, I just saw Metallica. And I was like, they're great. And he goes, but you and Kashi killed it. And I'm like, you're
Damn.
saying we had a better show than Metallica? And he's like, yes. And I was like,
Yeah, I'm done.
Recognized.
I
Dang.
retired.
Yeah.
I'm retired.
like,
A
and
bus could hit me right now.
no, if it's
But-
about bread, I'm really big on making money without fucking people over.
Yeah.
And in the music industry, it's a little rare. It's hard to do that. It's like, I'm at a point where I'm so accomplished, bro. I'll go to college and get a degree and reinvest in my career. Like, I made it to where no one runs me. So I'm going to suffer from all the big numbers and shit, but that's not what I do it for.
Yeah.
So it's like, God is real, and I feel hella blessed, bro. I can't believe I'm talking about this. It reignites the fact that it happened.
Good.
Well, you
that's
know,
real.
crazy.
That's why we do this.
It's
like,
amazing,
But
bro.
you know, it's funny that you say that because I remember when I was tattooing you back and you were telling me about Kashi, about how you're like, dude, it's going to explode. And then we were talking about how it's about the long haul. It's about the slow burn.
Yes.
It's about having your whole life and your
Yes.
career and this and that. It's not about now and exploding. And I remember you talking to me about that. Look, this guy just wants to. It's a fire. He's a firework. Meanwhile, I just want to burn.
To burn a little bit. Like, I was on tour to watch him, like, not only help, but I was like, I couldn't believe how fast everything was moving as my friend. So I just, like, a part of me was on tour, not just for me, but it was to make sure my friend was cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, that, like, there was a lot of crazy shit happening. But this is back to what you're saying. Yes, you blow up. You become the biggest artist ever, like a Billie Eilish. You're relevant for a bit, and then someone replaces you. Right? Cool. How many people did you affect genuinely without the label's help? Right? Me, I'll never sign, die when I'm 60, but when I die, I guarantee I affected way more people. Genuinely.
Yeah.
Without the label money.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
real.
yeah.
That's more to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that means 40 years from now when I die, I never got signed, but I might still have fans. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many people last forever? Like, look how Michael Jackson and Prince went out. Like, come on, bro.
You're right.
Not me.
You're
Yeah.
right.
You know?
Yeah.
It's about the people. You do music to heal people.
Let me add one thing to that.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, one of the things that I love about this kid is when everyone originally turned on Kashi when he went in and this and that and blah, 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 he held the flag down for him.
Yep.
He was like family above all. And he turned to me, I'm a convict. I've been through the feds. But the thing is, we even talked about it on the ride here. And I told him a perfect example of when Sammy the Bull turned on John Gotti, and I'm from their neighborhood in New York. And you know how powerful it is when you hear on phone records, like you hear that your people are trying to kill you. They want to kill you. There's a difference between snitching and you ain't gonna fucking put me away.
Exactly.
Like, people don't realize the difference. Like, this kid did what every single person would do if you heard that. And that's why he's gonna come back and be relevant.
Yep.
But this is the one person that held the flag. It wasn't even on some music industry shit. Treyway had broken up. The kid was upset. I've known him for like 12, 15 years. And there's not a mean bone body. You know, he just loved the kid.
Yeah.
And he held it down. And that's why certain people, once he blows, and he will, are gonna.
He's gonna come back and run shit. I know it.
Really?
I know it.
Because it's gonna. He pulled a $10 million deal while in prison. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't know.
ODB didn't even do that.
I don't even know how he pulled that off.
That's just how it's done.
Well, but I guess, yeah.
God favors my friend. He
When
must.
did you can actually keep that, man, and me and this guy will split this one because I'm talking over him half the time. So if he has
You know what it is? People say they love you, right? But do they really? And when you don't benefit them, people say they love their brother, but then this is a perfect time to show people that if it's you and your brother against the world, I'm literally going through that, and I'm literally sticking on. So it's like, am I like one of the realest out? Like, not like, but like, am I the last example of alchemy and real love?
Have you talked to him since he's been in, or have you had any communication?
Like, not really. It's like through people, and I want to, but I feel like it was.
Well, it's kind of like when he blew up. You took a step back.
That's what happens, you know, because I know when I'm there, I want to be a good memory. Like, for example, I could have easily been like, yo, Kashi, put this on me on the internet, say I'm the Prince of New York. Like, I said that for myself. I support him. Not once did I ask him to do that, I put my phone away. You know what I'm saying? So we have a different connection as a person. All these rapper people, like, I understand their issue with them, but I don't give a fuck. Because it's like, we're really from the hood, unlike all these kids that are portraying it. We really struggled. Now we're there after you said we're fags and can't do it. He doubles your numbers, and now you want to get mad and say snitching when all of y'all snitch for real.
Yeah. Yeah,
Don't make me pull out these records of these rappers that are really snitch.
You're right.
That are really not from the hood.
I feel you, yeah.
So it's
You
like,
go far back enough.
I'm not going to do that and involve myself, you know. I'm going to pray for him, be there for him. But it showed me how full of shit the industry could be.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
When, you know, this kid's going so hard, and in a year, okay, put it this from the history of any artist in the world. What artist blew up right away, did that much in 8 months, and within the first year of getting rich, gave money away to people? Not one. Not one.
When
He's a different
did
beast.
the smoke happen? When did you start smelling smoke? When did you know something was going to happen? Because at the
I'm
beginning,
thinking like
because you knew about.
well, we were doing these videos, right? Yeah. It was like mad gangsters match. I'm like, yo, this is lit. But then after I was like, how is this gonna end though?
Like, let's say Kuda, for example. Like, the people that were on set for Kuda were genuine, straight Trey Gang.
You know what's crazy?
Trey
I didn't know. At the time, I'm with Scum Gang and Kashi. I'm thinking it's an aesthetic like Tom Cruise, Will Smith. You know what I mean? It's people from our hood that are gang members that want to like rock with us and support Kashi. Little do I know he's fucking actually in it. You know what I mean? And then you see the separation after Kuda.
He never told you about that?
He never told me, and I never asked him.
Okay.
I caught when one of my best friends in the entire world at home in New York is Jim Jones, his booking agent.
And, Jim Jones?
Yep.
Capo?
Capo, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep. And I had heard, just from industry stuff, that he was eyeing Tekashi, that he had some bad words to say behind his back and blah blah blah. And I was just like, yo, that's my man's little man. So if we gotta talk about it, let's talk about it. I was like, it's not that serious. I'm like, he's doing his thing. And the kid, although he is a marketing genius, and I'll let him touch up on what I'm about to start, we didn't make that kid whatsoever. He does his own thing, but he came to our nightclubs in Manhattan. He experienced how we got down. This was when dubstep was at its peak.
When Skrillex came
2010. We had Skrillex at our table just chilling. Normal person, no crew, no nothing. And this kid was doing a stage dive in a nightclub that holds 100 people.
And jumped off the speaker. We were killing it, bro.
He saw all that. He saw how bad we just brought it every Wednesday night. The suit could be gay, straight, white, black, Asian. It didn't fucking matter. We got retarded. And that's where that...
We influenced a lot of the culture.
So you see the colored hair,
in a good way.
He just knew, you don't have to give a fuck. Just be yourself.
Yeah.
And that literally is himself. Did you see that?
Well, yeah, I mean, it is him, but he created this heat. He just went, like you said,
he reminds me of like a young me, but just ballsier, crazier, and greater.
He put on a cape and was just like, I'm doing this
shit.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like when you grow up with nothing, you don't care, like, you have no choice. You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't understand that with him. They think he's obnoxious. They think he's that, like, no, people are starving. You know what I mean? Like, he has a daughter. You know, these
One bedroom apartment, living in the same room as his mom.
Sleeping on a bunk bed with his mom. I was sleeping on a bunk bed with my uncle. We really struggled. So it's like, damn, like, and yo, it's crazy. Because when Kashi was on the block, right, I was in Manhattan already with the ASAP guys. So while he was still creating, I looked elevated to him. So a lot of people don't know, like, I probably was one of the inspirations, one of the many, outside of, like, his friends, Drew and Just, like, we all influenced him, but he took it there. Now, all this hate is just literally envy.
Let's kind of dive into that. So the fire starts. It's not smoke anymore. It's real. Indictments come down. People start getting arrested.
It was hard when they put hands on Trippie Redd. That's when I stepped away.
Really?
Because this is hard, but it's like I don't have enemies with either circle. Like I was cool with YG. I was cool with Keith, I was cool with all those people when that happened, so it put me in such a weird
you're
position.
generally a very easy guy to get along with. Yeah, you're chill.
I mean, and even from the way you've been telling the story from the get-go, I would
Don't get it twisted, though. This kid's from Brooklyn. I'd see
him
get gnarly.
Yeah, I'll get crazy. Yeah. Like, if I see someone hit a girl or push a grandma, it's over.
Right, yeah.
Fuck you, retarded.
Yeah.
But,
But when it's between groups of people you know.
I was literally like, please chill, bro. Like, please chill. And he wasn't. So it's like I had to respect it, but it also made me go, bro, I feel like God's with me. Like I left the tour in time, I prayed for him, but it's like the moment I left, everything crumbled. And I was like, not because of me, but it was just like, it was the best experience in the world. And I wouldn't say the worst, it's literally the best because I learned so much, but I learned a lot what not to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unfortunately, through my bro.
There was a lot of tragedy involved. And I think that is what makes a great learning experience, is that it was so amazing, but with
the challenges,
and we come out of it with a great art.
Exactly.
It was great.
Exactly.
And again, it puts it in my mind that you do not follow, you do your art.
My own thing.
Yeah.
And if people don't fuck with you because of that, then that means they're trying to put you in an agenda. You know what I mean? Instead of just supporting what you do. To this day, it's weird because Trippie Redd had a song, right? Called Take Out the Enemy's Army, right? So in the song, he's like, I cannot fly in the enemy arms, right? And I'm like, kind of fly in the enemy arms. So I'm like, all right, what are you talking about? That's right. Take out the enemy's army. And I'm like, they're all locked up. Who's he talking about? And I'm like, I think he's talking about me. My friend's like, nah, Trippie, nah. At the end, it's a rainbow rap. And my friend's like, oh, yes. So then, there's a story, I'm going to tell you, Rick. Tommy Lee, 7 months ago, we sent a demo for a song named King to my friend Pucker and John, who are mutual friends in New York. Never get a response. So put those two events, Tommy Lee, right, getting a song King, and Trippie. Trippie's next single was Machine Gun Kelly.
This is fucked
And
up.
Machine Gun Kelly took my song King that I gave to Tommy Lee.
Yeah.
Now Tommy Lee, he played Tommy Lee in the new documentary.
Yeah.
I sent Tommy Lee that song and he's ignoring us till this day. Trippie Redd does that song and then gets on the song Machine Gun Kelly.
That was actually something I was going to ask about.
Yeah, bro, I feel like
interesting.
all these people are making me pay for the kid's debt. Which one isn't fair? He's my brother, but one that isn't fair. And what's crazy is, like, I'm not going to mention bigger artists that are taking my songs. I always go at GK because me and him got to talk. The bigger artists that have taken it, I love them, respect them, they can get away with it.
Yeah.
Have I influenced you? Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say names because I want to work with them.
For sure.
He literally talked me out of taking it to another level.
Oh, over that?
That is some bullshit.
Yeah, because
So
I remember you
but
talking about
it
that.
makes me feel
posting
great.
about it.
It makes me feel great because it's like, wait a minute. If I suck, let me die. Brothers about doing life, let me die.
I saw
You're
it
gonna-
on the street level.
Yeah,
It was like
You were ready to
took
go,
your
weren't you?
shit.
You were ready to hit the
Took your
matches.
shit.
I'm talking about like
literally-
Compton. I had 20 people like, you give me the word, bro. I know his people. I know where he's at. I was like, please, I love you. That's simple.
You don't need that background.
I don't. Because I don't want to hurt Trippie or Machine. I want to, look, bro, work with me.
We'd rather
Give me
work
my
with him.
clout.
We'd rather
Like,
work with him.
so this is the crazy part. You're gonna let Kashi get you so mad that you're gonna take the debt out on people around. I get it, cool. You're not gonna let me die. Cause you're saying I'm trash. You're not gonna let me die. You're not gonna mention me and take my music. Did Kashi make these guys that scared? Or am I that lit? Both.
Yeah.
But the point
Yeah.
is like nothing's been done about it because something will be done. There's a bigger war to win. So my thing is like, how did I not make it already? You know, like, no label, big artists are stealing my song. It's like, okay, because I'm not succumbing to the way they want to do it.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna keep working.
Just
but
grind and be true to yourself.
that's it. Trust me, MGK is gonna get it. There's gonna be a time we're gonna see each other out of the court, or like he's gonna get it, or he might not. I don't care.
Well, eventually, if you keep doing shit like that, it catches
It'll
up.
come
of
up.
course.
Yeah, it'll come up on you.
Of course.
Man, that's crazy. Yeah, because that was one of the things. Because I know you've been posting about it at one point, and you're just like, listen to this, guys. Like, you know, and actually pulled it out.
I didn't even like. I didn't even go online like. Oh, look at what he did. Oh, I was like, yo, check this out. Tell me what you guys think.
Yeah.
Overwhelming response, like he did.
Yeah.
And bro, the lineup and how it happened is undeniable. You know what I mean? And I work with people that work with Trippie. I work with people, but they won't hit me up. So I know it has a lot to do with 6ix9ine shit, but it's like that's irresponsible. If Jim Jones robs me, I'm not gonna go fucking bother Cameron because they were part of it. Like, no, I'm gonna wait for Jim Jones to come on and hit me.
Exactly.
Everyone's so pussy that they want to hit me because I'm nice. So it's just making me more mean. They're gonna end up dealing with 2 6ix9ines if they keep doing that shit.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And at that
the difference between me is that I'm not young. I will really get on all these kids. Like, I have 40 people in high places that love me. You know what I mean? So it's like a lot of this non-violence has been a part of my peacekeeping, but it's gonna hit the fan. I'm waiting for one of these Trippie, Machine Gun Kelly, like one of y'all gotta hit me. And if not, cool. But it's like for me, I'm not out for blood. I'm almost flattered. The other side of this whole thing is not even anger. I want to send Machine Gun Kelly a champagne bottle and say thank you. But they're literally trying to rob me and keep me to where no one will know me.
But they are validating what you thought about yourself. That I am a
And that's why I gotta thank them in a weird way, you know? I gotta be like, thank you. So violence isn't the answer. I just need us to like work with us. Like we could do a remix on King, but now if that's not what they want, it's hard for me to not feel insulted and robbed, you know? But even with that, I don't react on it, man.
So what if he came back up to you and was just like, "Yo, man, My bad. How I went.
I fucking wish I'd hug him and be like, "It's cool, bro. I've been listening to you." That's the thing. Like, I'm a fan of these guys. You know.
Yeah.
I
Like-
truly don't think MGK knows the actual
He
behind the
probably-
scene. Behind
I
the
don't think he
scenes.
does. That's the thing. It's like
It's
someone,
so busy in that world. Like you
Mhm.
guys know, it's so busy that how do you unless
you get over
who brought
it,
it
you
up?
move on.
Though? Who brought it up to him?
My bro, NY, calls me when I'm at my friend Davey, like, "Yo, I think they took your shit," and I'm like, "No." I hear it, and I felt like the devil entered my soul. I was like, it was undeniable, and even then, I didn't vent. I was like, "Put it up, see what they think," and then with the responses, it like almost brought me to tears. Like, I'm struggling, and they could have easily DM'd me and put me on a remix. It's like, did this little boy get you mad? So mad that you're gonna take from someone real and think you're gonna get away with it? So those emotions were hard to get over, you know. Like, now that I'm over it, I'm just waiting for them to do the right thing and put me on a remix.
They'll probably never.
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 No, you just gotta keep doing you, bro.
Most likely, they'll never do it, and that was the hardest thing to get over. And now I'm just like, I take the validation and I run with that. You know, I'm trying to make the best of it, but it was hard. It was so hard, bro.
Wait till they see you and 6ix9ine take over the rock genre,
Yeah, if people
And
don't
then
know, it's
go
coming.
hip hop, and do almost like a 1999 LimpBizkit type fuse.
That's what I think I am.
That brings me to the. Are you still working with Lethal, DJ Lethal?
Yeah, I was at John Otto's house 2 days ago. The drummer of LimpBizkit,
Oh,
hearing
yeah.
some shit, and yeah, I love those guys, man. Like, fuck, another
I just
band.
listened to Faith and some Limp Bizkit the
So
other day.
good.
I was like, oh my god, it just brings me back. I fucking love it.
Memories. When
Yeah.
Faith came out, how they did the acoustic into screaming, it was just everything I wanted.
And the turntable right in there.
Yeah,
Oh,
Lethal
dude.
killed.
Oh yeah.
That
I don't know
fucking-
how old you are, but back in that era, they used to have like a DJ just straight up do his little routine in the middle of the.
Yeah, like
Exactly.
Linkin Park had DJ Han, LimpBizkit had Lethal,
Slipknot. Had
Slip,
yeah.
Sid, and I
yeah.
talked to Sid is in one of my videos.
No shit.
Yeah, Sid. Shout out Sid from Slipknot's in my video
Hell
with
yeah.
Lethal. I have a video called First Generation Clone, and at the end, it's literally me on the floor with my knees, and Sid and Lethal all on the floor, and they're scratching over my song. And like at the end, I write like this quote because Lethal grabs the live and he goes, "Young Syrup, LimpBizkit, Slipknot, House of Pain in the same room," and I was like,
What?
and it's on a video. First Generation Clone. That video only has 8,000 views because no one even knows. I haven't promoted it, but it's like, I can't complain, man. I can't. It's amazing. Like, shit's great.
Yeah, as long as you're working with the people you love, then yeah.
I think really what's cool, and I suppose you could say that about most stories, is your whole journey is really just driven by loyalty.
Yes.
Like, and the loyalty that is
And that's rare.
New
Rare.
York
Rare.
loyalty. It is very
Rare.
unique type of loyalty.
You know where that comes from?
Where?
Go ahead. Finish your sentence.
Well, I guess for me on my end, what interests me about that is at the risk, like you said, of losing everybody and still standing by, this particular situation. You at never one point you were like, this isn't right. It's not like in the same way that you took a step back when you started blowing up or when the fire started going. Did you at any point just sit there and be like, maybe I should just cut my ties from this whole thing before it starts?
When I'm fucking
like, how much does loyalty carry over?
when you're about to, you go till death is a potential issue. That's how loyal I am. So
You told me. I remember. You're
Yeah,
like,
but
when there was that fucking when someone shot a gun, I was like, I'm done.
yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
Once I heard about the Keith shooting, and I've worked with them years ago, and I would never betray him or him. I was like,
Done.
and it got me really fucking upset because they did it around Midtown where I was the only Treyway member lived. So it was like, it wasn't on purpose. It was just like, I respect it because these are people that got shit on their whole life and now they got power and they're like, fuck all of y'all. I'm going to kill all of y'all. I get it. But it doesn't work in the real world. Then the other side is like, chill out. You know, you're in now. You know, like, you don't have to do this. So there was a rage within the circle that I wasn't aware of that I guess I hoped calm down. But it's like, I wanted Kashi to do songs with these guys. But he just had a different vision. And it's like a part of me respected his balls. Like, but I couldn't go along with it fully because if I'm going to get killed, it's because I killed someone. If I'm going to get shot, it's because I'm not going to do it off of someone else's shit. Like, I have a lot to do. I have people that care about me. So being mature enough to just walk out of any bad situation.
But you and I also know what real beef is.
Exactly.
I mean, like,
That's
you
what
gotta
it's like,
up
oh
and
no,
move-
this isn't no Instagram shit. Someone's
you
gonna
gotta
get
up
hurt.
and move somebody. Like my mom has to move type shit. Like it's you know what I'm saying. I was an enforcer for the Italians for years. You know when there's real beef, it's not on a record. Like you don't hear anything. Someone's getting hurt, and that's why he calms me now. He's like, relax. He was like, this is music. Let's just have music. Let's have a good time with this. You know.
I think Kashi did it because he's crazy. Like
He's
I
just
think
legit crazy.
he's great. He's like, yeah,
Do you think it's and again, well, just bringing up like Tupac,
yeah, yeah.
people, where you just make waves. You're just making waves, and that just it irritates people, no matter what kind of waves.
And that's what I felt like. I hate to say it, was like Kashi was the new Pac. Maybe not skill wise, but the fact that he was pissing off these people, fucking all these
Just saying
bitches,
shit right in
getting
camera.
money.
Just
Yeah,
saying it, no fucks.
like I feel like I have the biggest balls, and there were times when he say stuff, and I'd be like, "Whoa!" But oh my god, that's amazing. And then all these views, and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Bro, I got your back." Like
I
I
felt
gotta
like he was
respect it.
The embodiment of the Instagram
Yeah.
culture. I mean, I think he was the amalgamation of street front gangsters, and
Me
then
too.
the
Instagram's so boring without the kid.
without him. Yeah,
You
I
know
mean,
what it
and
is?
You say that no matter whether you respect him or not. Like
He knows hip hop does not like us. So he plays on that.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, yeah? All right, I'm going to get Rainbow Head. Oh, yeah? You know, all right, I'm going to do all this. Oh, yeah? I'm going to take flows from other people. Oh, yeah? Like, he was just like, I'm going to show you how bad this shit is. That I'm going to be like a clown and get to the top. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was the concept. People don't get it.
You were telling me the whole thing about him.
Yeah.
Duality. 6ix9ine.
6ix9ine, exactly.
Yeah.
He's all about duality. He's all about, like, the most fearless individual I've ever met. It blows my mind, him being really young. And I feel like the future is so exciting, bro, but not for people that can't evolve and that pick him as his enemy, I guess. You know, I'm hoping he gets out and everyone gets along, you know, but...
Well, let's talk the future, at least for you.
For me,
what do we
I'm gonna-
think? You know, how you...
I'm going to New York to do a feature with Bobby Nice for this No Jumper thing. I have a band I'm putting together. I've already, like, not parted ways. Like, we probably tour again, you know what I mean? It depends on, like... It's like... I mean, I can't hate the kid if he's helping me feed my grandparents. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like I'll always work with him, but I really want to do my own thing. And, like, I want to go on tour with, like, Korn or, like, an alternative group and start getting my feet wet into rock. Because that's really who I am. And I feel like this whole story is just put me in a great position to be, like, a new Korn or a new LimpBizkit or a new Linkin Park.
Do you think The Rock will... I keep starting all my sentences.
No, go ahead.
Do you think Rock will come back
Absolutely.
like the way it was? Because
Yeah.
here we are on Sunset.
The way it was and better. We're going to get the Guns N' Roses,
100%, I
grunge,
agree,
new metal era all in
1000%
one.
with that.
Because it's been 2001 Hybrid Theory came out. I use them as an example. And look, Korn, LimpBizkit are all good, but Linkin Park is the greatest example because when Led Zeppelin was out and like Pac was out, two different crowds. When AC Run DMC did that shit with Aerosmith, it was getting there. But people didn't get it. It was still like white boy music or devil music, right? Didn't even get it with Korn. Linkin Park came out. And everyone was like, yo, I like that band. Because I've been showing people them. And now, like, and it hit me like, bro, that's 2001. It's about to be 2020.
Yeah.
Kashi literally brought rock back already. Let me tell you subconscious. He's screaming. He's screaming and they're sitting in hip-hop. He already jocked the game.
And I kind of wanted to say that earlier, too. I was just like, this shit's punk.
It's punk.
It's punk. At
Yeah.
this point, you're doing your shit. You're fucking causing waves.
Yeah.
People are like, this isn't good music, you know. And you're like, nah, we got.
That's the new wave.
He actually told me on the drive here that Parkway Drive is Kashi's
Favorite band.
and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, that's-
Really?
I love.
I went to
that's
Parkway
my-
Drive shows with Kashi. That's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
yeah.
Like, people don't understand. He had a mission and pulled it off. That's why people think they know what he's doing, but they don't. Like, I seen from the get, and it's like some Einstein shit, bro.
I mean, I have to tell you, this conversation alone has
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
my views.
Of course.
on
Like, we're family. Like, others people, I'm gonna be low, but I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm gonna tell the truth, and people need to hear it. Like, I don't.
I'm glad you tattooed.
Well,
Yeah, man, you guys are great.
It almost is by design. It almost looks like it
That's
was
what it
planned.
seems. It seems like it was planned from the gods.
That's
Because for me
scary.
to see this kid get made fun of, to doubling Drake's numbers is like,
Yeah, that's horrible.
Dude, he was literally like, I don't want to say annoying, but he was just that younger kid.
he
in
was
the
like,
club.
yeah.
You know, I'm like, who the fuck let you in? But seeing him now, I'm like, it morphed in. I was like, all right, it makes sense.
He was
Yep.
fucking driven.
Yeah, he was so driven. Like, he was so, like, I had a fishnet shirt on, and he was like, yo, let me get that. And I'd take it right off and give it to him. And it's like, that love and support is what helped him. You know what I mean? But he didn't need it. That's what made him invincible. You know how people need that up. He's up in the morning going viral before anyone eats breakfast.
This is random. This is totally random. But I heard the same thing about Arnold Schwarzenegger, where they were like, "Do you think without the Terminator, this would have happened for him?" And they were like, "If you knew Arnold back then, it was going to happen regardless. It doesn't matter
Because he's so driven.
People are just like that. They come out of the womb just like, okay, this is who I'm going to be, and this is.
But Kashi saw power. Like the clubs that we did, you can't get in unless we tell you can come in. That's how Manhattan was. Now you can buy a bottle, anybody can get in. But when we were running the night, you needed somebody to walk you in. There was a line around the block, and he got that treatment of who you with. Boom, he would go out, grab them all, and bring them in. And that fucks with your psyche. You're like, you want that.
That's the Drew Barrymore psyche. That's the
Studio 54 shit.
100%.
That helped the network.
Caused a lot of people to, go forward.
Of course.
Yeah. Well,
we did Wolf Party, ASAP. Like everyone came to our party. But it was like trannies, thugs, weirdos, normal business people.
Putting
like
that together
all
in
different
LA
type of people.
right now.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, I can't say too much about it, but like the guy who owns all the relevant nightclubs and hotels and shit out here, me and him are opening up a club where it's going to be just ridiculous.
Hot potatoes.
The only reason it ain't open yet is because my mom caught cancer. That's another story. But so we had to put that on hold for a minute. But I came out here just to do that, and we're gonna blow hard.
Hell yeah!
Whether it's Takashi, whether it's
exactly
Young Syrup, we're getting stupid.
Like,
this next year, we're going for it.
hell yeah!
2020 is the
we're
year,
gonna go
bruh.
hard. Another thing too. Like when it comes to him, like I'm just happy and blessed to be a part of his thing. I'm a bystander in his story. Right now, we're just working on my story. Like working on my sound and trying to like not get out of the shadow of him because he's family, but like really like who is Young Syrup? You know what I mean?
Right.
Who the fuck is this guy? Besides, so this new album, this new like whole move is gonna probably be my best one yet. That's why I've taken so long to put music out.
That's good though. That's just for the type of stuff that you do. The more time you take, I think the better quality you're gonna, exude when you actually.
This is the same. This is what I tell about all artists. You have to have a moment of grinding to polish the gems that you make,
Exactly.
and then so that when
I
you
like
come,
that.
when you come back out there,
It's
you're
shiny.
Exactly.
What's happening is no one's grinding and they're putting out like fake donut diamonds, and then like, why is it not working? It's because you don't got it, baby.
But that's why they get shelved.
Yep.
They look at Panda, and he's with fucking
Yeah,
Kanye West.
Oh, that's right.
One
Yeah.
hot
what
song,
happened?
he's done. Done.
That's why I don't want to label. I'd rather have 3 times less the numbers and a real cult fan base than like one hit. Then you got to reach that, and then once you don't, you're useless, which is not true.
Right.
It's hard to get a hit and have another one and have another one. And most of these hits, man, unless you're Six or Drake, they paying for that shit.
And I believe Bruce Springsteen has never had a number one hit.
Nope.
He's
No.
never.
The
Yeah.
Boss?
Not one.
New Jersey?
And he's
Which is
still
weird.
killing it. That goes to show you the relevance.
Yeah.
There's
I mean, how irrelevant it is when my guy said the loss.
Drake?
You know why?
I was like, hell yeah, bruh.
Bruce Springsteen doesn't need
Shout out to
validation.
Billy Joel, Long Island.
Ew.
I didn't mean to bring up the point. It's a New York versus Jersey thing. I understand where you're coming
Our
from.
3
though.
New York fans are going to be like, oh!
The fuck you talking
The
about?
fuck you talking about?
Never had a number one hit, but he's had a lot of charts like from top 40s and shit. But he's had a lot of songs that are iconic. But he's never had a number one like that stayed on a chart.
And it's not that they weren't. He just probably wasn't willing to do what he needed to do to get that hit, if you really want to
At
know.
the same time as Michael Jackson had Thriller or some shit like that.
Oh,
and he's
yeah.
just like,
He was in
Yo,
that
I'm
era.
glad. Oh, God rest the king. But I'm so glad I'm like not in competition with him.
Oh, I
Like-
know.
Like
Imagine
when his shit
throwing
is
that.
out, just everyone needs to chill. It's like Future.
Although we think you're going to be the next Prince. Me and him talk about this all the time.
Well, I really like the
Guitar.
Ricky Martin.
Metal shit.
That really, I was like, or the guy who did La Bamba. What's his name who did La Bamba?
Oh man, bro, I love that movie.
The rock version of
doo-wop.
Ricky fucking Valens, like Richie.
Yeah, Ricky Martin, Richie Valens.
Yeah, we all look the same. All right, well, I guess as just as the closer, you got your album coming up.
Yeah.
What do you? Let's say 5 years from now, when we have another follow up. What are we looking at? What do you? Let's make
I'm
some
gonna be in a
predictions.
room with him, Hove, and Diddy, thinking about what next artist we're gonna sign, and I'm gonna be responsible for making alternative mainstream again, with the help of Danny, who already helped me. with the screaming and normalizing that again. You know what I mean? I feel like this is like I'm like in a lab and I'm calculating this stuff and I'm hoping it works, but even if it doesn't, I'm happy already, you know? Like I was raised by really good grandparents that taught me how to be humble, and like what I've accomplished already, I'd be ungrateful to not be happy. You know, do I want more? Yeah, but like 5 years from now, I'm trying to be on a yacht with Hove. And
Right.
Yo, shout out to Hove. When I got out of prison,
Oh, Hope watches this.
When I got
Shout out to
prison-
Jay-Z.
oh no, I'm a shooter.
I
I'll let
fucking
him
love
look
Jay.
at it. When I got out of prison, I was working at 4040 nightclub in Manhattan. You know, I have
40,
so
40.
much respect for that dude. He didn't give a fuck what I went through, my background, blah, blah, blah. But I always tell him, I was like, one day we're going to meet on the same level. And I'm going to bring him. And we're
Hove
gonna
is the
Yeah.
real king. Yeah, he's the real king. He's been my goal my whole life. I wouldn't sign to no one but him.
Really?
I'm literally waiting and not signing because I'm waiting for him.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
gangster.
Yeah.
That's like all those people that they're
You know
like,
what
I
it
wasn't
is?
going to go to anywhere unless the Packers
I'm gonna
signed
be
me.
real. I have an uncle that works for housing and grew up with Jay's people. There's like this spot, like I've known him forever, so I know he's really from the hood and has really done it. And all the stuff he's done for Meek, all the stuff that shows his heart, I could relate to that. To be real, I feel like I don't know. I'm just excited. Yeah, I guess that's it. I lost my
No,
thought.
real quick, shout out to Prodigy. It was just his birthday.
Yeah, shout
out
Hey,
Prodigy,
man, from Long
R.I.P.
Island.
That's right.
I miss you, dude. Yo, it's all love.
It's
Yeah.
all
Havoc.
love.
Free all my
That's
guys,
right.
everyone. I just want to leave you with this.
Yeah, do you have an artist you like right now? Any young
Yes.
artists or anybody you want to put
Love
out there
Billie
right now?
Eilish. I'm obsessed with her.
Really?
Yeah, I love that it's so not what's out. You know what I mean? And I love
Young Thug.
Young
you
Thug.
Can say it. You can say it.
Young Thug and Gunner and Wheezy, that new album. Like, I'm working with B.O.B., one of his videographers soon.
Shit, where's he been?
B.O.B., bro, I just he texted me today. It's crazy, bro. It's funny. I followed him at 2014 and he just got back to me. So his consistency is everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that vibe, and that's it, man. Just trying to stay true to my sound and taking it a day at a time, and like honestly enjoying life.
That's a big
Enjoying
thing.
existence, the air, the concrete, not being in jail.
Because you
like
said
that
it a
keeps
lot.
you
You're
happy.
like, I'm happy. You're
I'm
like,
happy,
I'm here at the
yes.
point where like anything more than this is just going to make me double as happy. But,
Exactly.
like, if you can be happy with a cult following and you can be happy making the music that makes you happy, I mean,
Then
I
you're
don't think
good.
you're doing anything wrong. You know
Thank
what I
you,
mean?
bro. That's my vision.
Just stay true
Stay
to
true.
it,
That's it.
and that's what'll keep you happy. Because as
Exactly.
soon as you start fucking sucking the big man's dick for record sales,
Sucking it forever.
yeah, you're sucking a dick.
Sucking a dick.
Yeah, you're sucking a dick.
I'm gonna leave it with this too, because it took me a while, and this is for other artists, right? I toured the world twice, and came back and got a job. And people don't know that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have it now, but like I've done that. One thing I want to tell artists is like, no matter how much you've accomplished your shit, do not forget where you come from. You can go have an orgy with God, and if you have to go work at Pizza Hut the next day, go do it.
Yeah.
You're never good enough for none of that shit.
And yeah,
That's all I want.
and
People,
dude, and I understand that because
Yeah,
I've
you
been
gotta
there
work.
as an artist
I
where
love
you
that.
go back to. I went back to at a comic book shop, you know, and
and that doesn't mean you didn't make it. Like, you toured the world, now you're working.
That's
No,
okay.
I toured the world and I'm working. You see, the perception is like, bro, like everyone needs to get what they think the industry is out of their head if they want to win.
Yeah, you got to be proud of what you can accomplish.
Exactly.
And it doesn't matter how hard you strike it, that shit will go away.
It will.
And you just got to be consistent. and
Exactly.
Work.
Once you stop comparing yourself to others and love yourself and see yourself as a star, you'll be all right.
Final thoughts, final words of wisdom to our watchers and any
Um,
young people. My sisters watch this.
lit.
Young kids watch this. You know.
Thank you for having us. You know what I mean? Thank you.
man. I couldn't. This is
Um,
probably our best interview. I
Look,
think.
literally, this has been the most fun I've had in months. Like,
shucks.
I've been like literally
Get out
home.
of town.
Yeah.
Well,
Tattoo the shit out of your forehead, and you're like, all right.
it's fun.
I don't know. I like pain. We're weirdos. I guess, like, final words. Be nice to yourself. The whole youth. This is a lot of pressure in the system right now. Be fucking nice to yourself because everyone's trying to break you down. Love yourself. Follow your dream. And it sounds like sadistic, but you got to be willing to die for anything to work. You know? And stop fearing death and letting it hold you back and motivate you. That's my advice. Like, go for it because you don't know what happens after this life. It might be more life, you know? That's it.
Don't be influenced by social media. I swear, if you just be
wow.
if you
Yeah,
just
that's
be
clean,
yourself,
bro. Well done.
if you just be yourself, I'm telling you, I started from guerrilla marketing. You know what I mean? Handing out flyers saying, "Come to my man's show." It was different. It was an experience. It was personal. Now, you know what I'm saying? You can buy likes. You can buy followers. You know what I'm saying? Just it's gonna go back to the way it is. He asked if rock will ever be the way it is. Things come back in circles. always, trust me, you're gonna see this kid doing rock and rap like LimpBizkit, like Linkin Park. Shout out Kashi, because those are his influences. You know. But in the end, I'm gonna say what he said. Just love yourself. You know, if you're feeling depressed, you know what I'm saying? Just, get the help you need. We all go through struggles. Trust me.
I'm really big on that. I'm really big because I'm
and
sensitive. I know people are suffering and not normally. Like people need love, bro. Like for real. And like all this tough shit is cool, but it's like, man, you being tough because you the most depressed. Like I'm not with this whole generation. I'm finna change this whole shit up. You know,
100%.
I'm based on love. Before bitches, money, and fame. That's all under that. I think once people find that, there's a lot more like sanity in their mind. A lot of the insane things come from the pressure of things that they don't even want. You know.
Yeah. Can I add something to that?
Yes.
I also think a little bit of hard pressure is good.
Yeah.
So good.
But don't forget, yes, that this is you have one shot. This is one life. Enjoy it as best you can. Don't dwell. Don't dwell. Yeah, don't dwell.
Throw that shit out like the trash, and the next day is a new chance.
There you go. Final words from our guest, Young Syrup. Thank you so much,
guys.
Man, I just genuinely a very phenomenal.
Well, I love y'all. I know I've been late, but we're friends, man. Like I do this before bigger shit because this is real.
Shucks.
You know what I mean?
That means a lot to us.
Yeah, no, this is what matters. All the other stuff is cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shout out my man Anthony Arbaugh. This has been my boy for 20
by the
years.
way, thank you so much. Sorry it took us so long.
He's seen me since the beginning, bro.
We're across the street from the Viper Room.
Yeah.
Two kids from New York City. You know what I'm saying?
That's my dream.
Right.
I told him that story. I told him that story. I was like, the Joker's brother died right there.
Right there.
Less than 100 Depp owned this place at that time.
Everyone's gotten tattooed here. Pac's gotten tattooed here.
This is where Eve got her fucking
her famous. What? Yeah, Danny did it right there.
Danny
Yo,
right there.
shout out DMX, my boy who handles Jim Jones.
Yeah,
Also,
shout out X.
DMX's agent. Yo, Kirk
Shout out
Sabalos,
to
I love
everybody.
you, kid.
DMX watches
Killing
this
it with
when he
Black
smokes
Eyed
crack.
Peas right now.
Yeah.
Whenever he falls off the wagon, he watches.
And
this. I gotta get some of this, that, and the other.
R.I.P. X and Little Peep. It sucks because y'all were like some of the best out, so it's funny how you're.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. Sam
Yeah.
tattooed X. Or Cortez tattooed X. Yeah.
X was so
He's
nice.
such a gentleman.
kid.
He's such a gentleman.
Sweet
Such
kid.
a nice kid. And after he left, we were all like, wow. Like, he was
Amazing.
You could tell there was
He's
something.
something special.
There was something he was bright.
He was here to change shit up, and they got scared. But for me, I'll chime in real quick. 3 days before he got shot, he texted me and Kashi and said to stay out of trouble. So, like, for me,
I
it's
remember that.
deep. For me, it hurts. Like, it's sad. And Peep, I was going to come out here to work with him, and he passed before I worked with him, and I worked with his affiliate, Young Goff. So, I say this from a real place.
Yeah.
Everyone I love is either dead or in jail, so love yourself, man. You know? And thank you, bro. That's it, man. I fucking love y'all.
Better than
Thanks,
myself,
dude.
guys.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Make sure that you guys go check this out on YouTube under Binge on this. If you're listening to us, make sure that you share us, subscribe. Go ahead and let everybody know that they can find us on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, CastBox. I am your friendly neighborhood co-host, Brian.
I am Sam.
Remember to love each other, stay safe, and to dream the dream of 1,000
100% love
dreams.
yourself.
Geronimo.
Geronimo.